Today, we're going on a bit of a journey, putting two things side by side.
Okay.
A book from 1400 years ago and, well, science from the 21st century.
Just imagine that below. A book revealed in the middle of the Arabian desert.
Right.
A time and a place with no microscopes, no telescopes, no laboratories.
And it was revealed to a man, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who was known to be unlettered. He couldn't read or write.
And yet this book, the Quran, contains these incredibly precise descriptions of things we've only, recently discovered.
Yeah.
We're talking about the origin of the universe, the stages of an embryo, the function of mountains.
So is it all just a massive coincidence?
Right.
A series of unbelievably lucky guesses? Or something more? Today, we're just going to look at the facts and let you decide.
Let's dive right in.
Yeah.
Where should we start, below? The biggest topic there is?
The origin of the universe.
Okay.
So in 1929, Edwin Hubble's work led to the Big Bang Theory, the idea that everything we see started from a single, infinitely dense point.
A 20th century theory.
Right.
Now, what does the 7th century book say?
This is what's so powerful. The Quran states, "Do not those who disbelieve see that the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, ratkan, then we separated them."
A joined entity.
Yeah.
I've heard that word, ratkan, is very specific. What does it mean?
It literally means sewn together or fused as one.
Wow.
It's a description of a singularity, a single connected unit that was then split apart.
Okay.
It's a perfect, simple description of the Big Bang, 1,300 years before the theory was even formulated.
That's one thing. But what about the expansion after the Big Bang?
Right.
Modern science didn't just discover that the universe expanded. In 1998, they found it's accelerating in its expansion.
The Quran addresses that too. It says, "And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expanders."
Okay.
The key here is the Arabic word musi'un.
And that means?
It's in a form that denotes an ongoing action.
Okay.
It doesn't say we expanded it as a completed act. It says we are expanding it.
Wow.
It implies a continuous dynamic process, which is exactly what modern cosmology confirms.
So in an age when people thought the sky was, a fixed, solid dome, the Quran described a dynamic, expanding universe.
Exactly.
That's difficult to explain away.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, let's go from the infinitely large to the intimately small, the creation of a human being.
Embryology.
Yes.
I know this is one of the most powerful examples. Tell us about Professor Keith Moore.
Okay, so Professor K.L. Moore is a world-renowned embryologist.
Right.
His textbook, The Developing Human, is a standard in medical schools. When he was asked to analyze the Quran's verses on embryology, he was stunned.
So what does the Quran actually say?
It describes our creation in stages.
Okay.
If, for instance, it says, "Then we made the sperm drop into an alaka, then we made the alaka into a mudga."
Okay. You have to break down those Arabic words for us.
Right.
What is an alaka?
This is where it gets incredible.
Okay.
Alaka has 3 distinct meanings. 1, a leech. 2, a suspended thing. And 3, a blood clot.
Wow.
At this early stage, the embryo literally looks like a leech. It clings to the uterine wall and draws nourishment like a leech. It's suspended, and its blood is pooled, not yet circulating.
Unbelievable.
All 3 meanings are scientifically perfect.
All 3 descriptions in one single word.
Yes.
And the next stage, mudgha?
That means a chewed-like substance.
Chewed?
If you look at an embryo at day 28, it has these segments, somites, that look exactly like teeth marks on a piece of chewed gum.
No way.
The visual description is spot on.
And what did Professor Moore say after reviewing all of this?
His conclusion was direct.
Yeah?
He said, and I'm quoting, "It is clear to me that these statements must have come to Muhammad from God, because almost all of this knowledge was not discovered until many centuries later."
Wow.
He was so convinced he actually added these facts to new editions of his textbook.
Let's move to something we all learn about in school, the water cycle.
Okay.
It seems simple to us now, but the complete, accurate cycle wasn't understood until, what, the 16th century?
Yet the Quran laid it out perfectly 900 years earlier. It mentions the sequence. We send the winds to pollinate, which we now know means carrying water vapor, and we send down water from the sky.
Right.
Then it says, the winds stir the clouds and drive them to a dead land to bring it back to life.
So it describes the role of wind, evaporation, cloud formation, rain, and how water is stored in the earth.
Exactly.
Every single step.
In the correct order.
Wow.
While ancient theories involved like rivers in the sky, the Quranic description was flawless.
Here's one that always fascinated me.
Go on.
The Quran mentions a barrier between two seas. It says, he released the two seas meeting side by side. Between them is a barrier so neither of them transgresses.
For centuries, that verse was a puzzle.
I bet.
But then modern oceanographers like Jacques Cousteau discovered this exact phenomenon.
Right.
Where the Atlantic and the Mediterranean meet, they don't immediately mix.
Why not?
Because of invisible barrier created by differences in their temperature, salinity, and density.
Okay.
Each sea keeps its own unique characteristics for a significant distance.
Wow.
The Quran described an invisible division that we couldn't see until we had the technology to measure it.
From the seas to the mountains.
Yep.
We see them as huge rocks, but there's more to them, isn't there?
Much more.
Okay.
Modern geology tells us mountains have deep roots, like pegs or stakes, that extend far below the surface. These roots stabilize the Earth's crust.
And the Quran says, have we not made the earth as a resting place, and the mountains as pegs?
Pegs. And in another verse, he has cast into the earth firmly set mountains, lest it shift with you.
Wow.
The exact analogy, pegs, or autad in Arabic, and the exact function, stabilization.
Right.
This wasn't understood until the theory of plate tectonics in the 1960s.
It feels like we're compiling a mountain of evidence ourselves.
Yeah.
What about the verse on iron?
This one has a numerical dimension that's stunning.
Oh?
The Quran has a chapter called Al-Hadid, or the iron. In it, verse 25 says, "And we sent down iron, in which is great strength and benefits for mankind."
Sent down?
Yeah.
Not created from the earth.
Exactly.
Okay.
Modern astrophysics confirms iron isn't native to our planet. It's forged in the intense heat of massive stars, and when those stars explode, the iron is scattered across the universe.
So it was literally sent down to Earth from space?
That alone is incredible.
But...
But you mentioned a numerical aspect.
Oh.
The iron is chapter 57 of the Quran.
Okay.
The atomic weight of the most common iron isotope is about 57.
Get out.
The atomic number of iron is 26.
Right.
The central verse of the chapter is verse 25, which mentions iron.
Wow.
The numbers embedded in the book's very structure seem to point to the properties of the element it's describing.
That's a whole other layer.
Right?
It's not just the words, but the structure itself.
And we haven't even touched the prophecies. The Quran predicted the victory of the Romans after a major defeat. And it stated the battle took place in Adna al-Ard.
Which people thought just meant the nearby land.
Right.
But
the other meaning of Adna al-Ard is the lowest land. And modern satellite mapping has confirmed that the battle site near the Dead Sea is the absolute lowest point of dry land on the entire planet.
No.
The Quran made a historical prophecy and stated a unique geographical fact in the same breath.
Wow.
And yes, the Romans did win a few years later, just as prophesied.
So after all this, the cosmos, the embryo, the mountains, the iron, the prophecies, the Quran issues a challenge, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
A direct challenge that has stood for 1,400 years.
Okay.
And if you are in doubt about what we have sent down, then produce one chapter like it.
And
The shortest chapter is just 3 short verses.
in all that time, with all the poets, linguists, skeptics, no one has been able to replicate its unique combination of linguistic perfection, rhythmic beauty, deep meaning, and,
Right.
as we've just discussed, all described with perfect accuracy in a 1,400-year-old book revealed to an unlettered man in the desert.
You're left with 2 possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Either it's the most unbelievable, impossible series of coincidences in the history of humanity,
Or it's exactly what it claims to be, a revelation from the one who created it all in the first place.
the evidence is there.
Right.
We encourage everyone to not just take our word for it.
Please.
Read it for yourself. Verify these claims.
Because when ancient scripture and modern science tell the exact same story, it's worth listening to.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about.
Okay.
If this consistent, specific, and accurate information across so many different scientific fields did not come from a divine source, what other explanation could possibly account for it all?
Thank you for joining us on Divine Echoes. Until next time, keep seeking truth.